Good evening, Doc Ryan. So this is the output of the activity that was given to us. So what we have done is the sentiment analysis using AD8232 ECG sensor while playing horror and racing games. So this activity was done by me and Engineer Gajil Santos. Uh, Mostly po sa akin yung pinaka-setup, pinaka-testing ng device since nasa akin yung Arduino at yung ECG sensor. At the same time, ako na lang din po yung nag-data gathering. And what Engineer Santos did was, he was in charge for our final paper. So, yun. So, for the introduction, the design project description, an electrocardiogram ECG-based sentiment analysis monitoring sensor using Arduino assess the effectiveness of using electrocardiogram ECG data to record and analyze users' emotional responses during 15-minute session of horror and adventure game. It examines the accuracy of ECG-based sentiment analysis in identifying emotional states, compares emotional patterns between two genres, and evaluate the validity of ECG-based sentiment analysis for objectively measuring the users across different game types, particularly focusing on subtleties in emotional reaction. So, what we did uh, in our activity was first, I set up the device, of course, the Arduino Uno, the AD8232 ECG sensor, my laptop, and also the phone that I have used. So I have decided to use my own phone to let them play the horror game, which is the Identity 5, and the racing game, which is the Asphalt 9. Since nag-research ako, and then yun din yung mga nilalaro ko before, and that's why I have decided na yun na lang din yung laruin nila since naka-pre-install na siya sa aking phone since ginagamit ko siya dati. And then after that, I have asked my OJT students, yung nasa office namin, sa MIS office, na kung pwede sila yung maglaro dun sa phone na nakalagay yung ECG sensors. Later, I will show the video documentation of my respondents. And then after that, I have run the code. I have written the code in Colab, in Google Colab, to cleanse the data and have it pre-processed for para makabuo ng dataset, makabuo ng model, and matrain siya. And then after that, I have run it for an interpretation and analysis kung na-determine ba talaga nung ECG sensor yung spike ng emotions nila. So, for the materials, yan, I have said this before, that we have used the AD8232 sensor, yan, and then kasama yung ECG pads. Of course, the Arduino Uno that we have used. So, this is the actual setup. Hindi ko na rin siya binago since ito naman talaga yung setup ko. Nilagyan ko lang siya ng konting twist. And then for the games, we have here the mobile games or something like horror or thriller, the Identity 5, Identity V. This type of game is something like a survival game, which is itong apat na to, sila ang mga prey or mga survivor, and yung nasa likod nila is the hunter. So what they will do is they will run, decipher the code, and they will find the gate to escape. So kung mahuli sila ni hunter, of course, hindi rin sila makakaligtas. So matatalo sila, hindi sila makakatakas. So I have decided to play this kind of game, to let them play this kind of game kasi doon natin malaman kung na-terrify ba sila o na-excite sila kasi nandiyan yung hunter. So ganun siya. And then for the other game, ang napag-usapan namin ni Engineer Santos is we will be using adventure game. So what I have decided also kasi mahirap paghanap ng ng adventure game na medyo matino, and then medyo din siya, medyo mahirap aralin. So sabi ko Asphalt na lang since madali siyang aralin, maglalaro lang, and then ma-determine pa din naman yung spike of emotions. So this is the code that I have used in my data gathering. So while nakalagay yung mga ECG pads sa left and right nung aking respondents, and yung isa sa paa, so I have run this Arduino code sa Arduino IDE. So first, dinefine yung pin, and then I have used a software serial.h. So ano ginagawa ng software serial na to is sinesend niya yung data doon sa COM port, sa communication port na kung saan nakalagay si Arduino, and then kung may value na ma-read, nandito nakalagay kung may value, kasi may analog value na ma-read, ipapasa niya sa ECG value. And kung gusto ko i-run yung serial plotter, nandito siya, itong serial.println ECG value. Whereas kung gusto ko namang kunin yung value niya mismo, na-save ko sa txt file, so nandito yung value niya, yung myserial.println. Kasi kailangan natin ipasa yung value niya from Arduino to the COM port, the communication port. It's because si Arduino po hindi niya kayang i-save yung data directly as a txt file kasi external naman sa Arduino, unless na lang kung naka-ready ako nung micro SD module, yan, para open niya yon, doon siya mag-save ng file. So kahit walang laptop, mag-save yung niya, yung data niya. So since wala tayong hindi ako nakapag-prepare ng micro SD, so what I did is ginawa ko na lang ng paraan, and then pinasa ko yung data from ECG value papunta naman, i-read naman siya ni Python. So kaya dalawang code po yung nakalagay ko dito. So one is yung Arduino program na pinaran ko sa Arduino Uno, and then second is the Python script. So what I did is I have read the COM8 port na nakakonect si Arduino, and then nag-generate lang ko ng timestamp para kada run ko ng Python script, ibang file name niya at hindi ma-override yung dating data. So what I did is pinangalanan ko lang siya ng ECG_data_timestamp. So yung timestamp na to, kung anong oras ko siya kinlik na mag-start, yun yung nilagay niya na timestamp. And then ginagawa nito is yung mismong data na nandito sa serial is ni-read niya, ni-decode niya, at save niya sa data, nilagay niya sa variable na data at save niya as txt file. So in that way, I was able to collect the data, the actual values that is being plotted. So ang hindi lang natin naiwasan doon is, di ko na-anticipate, is that yung pag-print ng exclamation nung hindi pa nakalagay yung ECG, or I don't know, nagka-problema siguro, may mga part doon sa ECG sa program, doon sa txt file na exclamation siya. So that's why importante yung data cleansing, kasi hindi niya ma-read yung ganung scenario. So, yan. For my data gathering, here is the actual video for my 3 respondents. Let me play. So, yan po. As you can see, he is playing Identity 5. So, tinuruan ko pa siya ng konti since bago daw siya. And yan. Hindi ko alam kung natakot ba to or natuwa. And minsan yung isa kong medyo kasi siya. Medyo natuwa sila. So, as you can see in the background, I was running my Python script na yung Arduino ko po is nakakonect sa aking laptop via USB hub. Ayan. Kasi baka magkaroon ng baka masira yung laptop pag dinirect natin yung Arduino. Kasi minsan nagkaka-malfunction. So to safeguard that, I have used my own USB hub nandun sa likod. Ayan. So let me just watch. Ayan. So medyo natuwa siya nung kasi nag-tutorial pa lang. Hindi ko alam kung ano siya. Ayan. Tapos medyo sabi ko sa kanya maglaruin lang niya. Hindi ko siya mag-pass forward na. Ayan. And then for the second part is I have let him play the Asphalt 9, yung racing game. Ayan, medyo finastra ko lang yung video, parang lang siya, So, this is my second respondent, yung si Michael, yung isang OJT. And, pinalaro ko din sa kanya yung Identity 5. I know he's a gamer kasi lagi siya naglalaro ng Mobile Legends while nasa office. So, medyo madali niya nag-grasp yung laro. But since hindi siya sanay sa ganitong klaseng gameplay, so medyo nahirapan siya at na-stress na. Sabi ko, nandiyan na yung hunter. Sa likod mo na. Tapos, ayun. Tawa siya ng tawa kasi hindi niya alam kung tama pa yung ginagawa niya. Ayan. So, let us watch yung pag-video sa kanya. Ayan, so as you can see, he is also playing the Asphalt 9. Sabi sa kanya, laruin lang niya just to see his reaction and kung may fluctuation ba sa kanyang ECG graph. And for my final respondent, since tatlo lang yung available that time no nag-data gathering ako, yan, I have asked also yung pangatlo naming OJT. So, medyo programmer din kasi itong isang to. So, siya, medyo magaling siya magtago at tumakas dun sa hunter. So, that's why, tapos na pala yung laro, siya na lang inaantay, hindi pa niya alam. So, tawa na rin siya ng tawa. So, yun. Yan. And then, for the final testing, I have let him drive the Asphalt 9. Yung ano ko lang din naman, yung mga yung mga cars ko lang din naman yung mga nandyan. So, medyo mahina pa yan since hindi ko na nga nalaro. So, ayun. Yan. So, I think I have cut the videos there kasi tapos na siya. Ayan. So that that concludes my data gathering part. And Ulit lang. Yan. So for my data cleansing, so here is the code that I have run in Colab. So yan, dito in-import lang yung mga galleries. So what I did is in-upload ko na lang yung lahat ng files. Anyway, each files contains their ECG graph depending on what type of game they have played. So, ito yung may si Christian, may dalawang ano siya, may dalawang laro, si Michael and then si Samuel. So, I have 6 data sets and then in-upload ko siya sa aking Google Drive. So, what I did is minount ko yung drive, kinuha ko yung folder path and then as you can see, pag chinek natin, and then nandito yung 6 na file. And then, after that, I have load and process the data, each txt file. So, makita nyo dito, may taas, pinalitan ko lang yung tinanggal ko yung exclamation mark, yung walang value or yung nag-zero yung graph. Since minsan kasi, meron siyang inconsistency na tinatawag. So, hindi naman perfect yung mga ECG graphs and ECG pads. So, sometimes nag-error din siya. So, that's why kailangan i-prepare, i-cleanse yung data para sa model building at yung pag-set mo ng gawa ng data frame. So, ayun, niload ko siya sa FileFat and then nilagay ko lang din siya sa variable na standard deviation, heart rate, minimum and maximum heart rate. So, nandito sa baba yung yung na-cleanse niya na data. And then, after that, gumawa ko ng data frame na i-compare nung data na yung na-cleanse kanina. And then, nilagyan ko lang siya sa pumili ako ng isang model. So what I did is I have chosen the random forest classifier. So niload ko yung data frame and then nilagay ko siya sa model. So ito yung pinaka output niya na lumabas after ko siya malagay dyan. And then after that, for the interpretation and analysis, so naglagay din ako ng isa pang code snippet ulit for the confusion matrix. So ito lang din yung lumabas na data dun sa from the data gathering part. So that would be all for our video documentation of what we have did for the activity that was given to us. So thank you for listening and God bless.